11 22 33. So if you're out there, I was going to give everyone a few moments to join us before we start the official show, because I'm sure your least favorite thing in the world is me to repeat myself over and over again. So I'm going to give everyone a few moments to join us on this week leading up to Christmas, the last live before Christmas and the last live about fasting, because next month we're going to be talking about something else. So if you've just joined us, hello, welcome. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Let me talk to you. Hello, I'm Luke Michael Howard, clinical hypnotist and owner of Hypnosis, and welcome to our Wednesday night live, the Hypnosis Show. It's the final one, as mentioned just a moment ago, of the year, and it's the final one on fasting. I'm going to talk about my results. Just finished my 30-day fast. No food. That means no food. But what's a water fast? I don't know if they're trolling me or they're just dumb, but fast means, certainly in my context, no food. So I'm going to be talking about that tonight. So we're going to give everyone a few moments to join us. As I'm looking, we're on the Instagram tonight. We're on the Facebook tonight. We're on the X tonight. We're on the Twitch tonight. We're on the LinkedIn tonight. And we will be on the Tickety Talk tonight as well. We're going up on the Tickety Talk a little bit later on. See, this camera's a bit lagging for some reason. It's a bit strange. What's going on with that? All right. If you've just joined us, hello, welcome. Say hi in the comments below, because I ain't doing this show for nobody. If you're out there, I'll do the show. So say hi, so I know that you're here, and I'll do the show. Because if there's no one here, then there's going to be no show. There's people here, and they're interacting, and I'll stay as long as we need to do this show. It's my commitment to you guys on a Wednesday, final Wednesday before Christmas. Christmas on Wednesday, isn't it? Today's the 18th. It's a Wednesday. You know what that means. Yeah, Christmas is 1 week away. All right. So if you just joined us, say hello. Say where you're watching us from in the world, and what you hope Santa brings you on Christmas morning this year. What do you want Santa to bring you on Christmas morning this year? If there was no limitations in the universe, excuse me, and you can have any gift in the world this year, whatever that may be, and don't say something lame like world peace. I'm joking, of course, but what would you like? If you have any gift this year, what would you like? If you just joined us, put what you'd like for Christmas in the comments below so I can see you're watching and you've joined us live on the last Wednesday before Christmas. Sorry if the camera is lagging. My camera is good, but when I look at the streaming camera, it's a bit jerky, isn't it? There he is. There's my man. Hey, Luke, how are you? 3 days. 3 days. What the fuck is the basis? How much have you shed? All right, Luke's got a lot of questions here. All right, Luke. So, Luke, I've actually finished the fast. The fast is done. Did 30 days. I finished yesterday at 6:57 p.m. No, I didn't. I finished at 7:07 p.m. I added 10 more minutes onto the fast. The dailies that I put up online are about 4 days behind. But I've actually finished the fast. The fast is done. I did 30 days and 10 minutes, and I broke it yesterday. So I'm going to talk about that today. But yeah, the little videos I post every day are about 4 days. 4 days behind. So you'll be seeing the result. I'm going to tell you the results a little bit later on, Luke, about how much I lost and all that good stuff. Hey, no worries, Luke. No, it's a bit confusing. I know. I posted them a little bit late, my little videos online, just to give me a bit of wiggle room. And yeah, didn't need the wiggle room after all. So what's Luke saying here? You lean face. Thank you. I got a lean face. I bought a new wardrobe. Not yet. All right. So, all right. I finished yesterday, the fast. I want to tell you about my learnings, my discoveries, my challenges on this fast, and some really big breakthroughs that I made. So the results, I lost 32 pounds in 30 days. I'm now, yesterday, I was 136 pounds. That's the lightest I've been in 27 years. So I think the last time I was 136, I was probably about 17 or 18. Now, this is not a good weight for me. Don't intend to necessarily be, well, I ain't going to be staying at this weight. But I lost 32 pounds. Just to put that into context, last year was my longest fast up until this year. And I did 21 days and I lost 18 pounds. So I lost 14 pounds more than last year just by adding 9 days. So basically, I was losing over a pound a day. And I don't know if you want to know this, but I stopped going to the bathroom about 10, 15 days ago. So it wasn't even like stuff was being evacuated out of me, to be honest. But I was exercising every day, not incredibly intense, but not weekly, not lamely. I was getting through the workouts, 45 minutes to an hour every day, 6 days a week, and that would either be cardio or weights. I would alternate. Between that, I lost 5.2 inches of my waist, and I lost over 2.5 body fat percentage. So yeah, this is a crazy amount of weight that I lost in this time, and the waist and the stomach and stuff like that. So those are the results that I got. And then you'll see like we're now Wednesday. By the time we get to Sunday, all the stuff will be posted up all the 30 days, and I'll put the first and the last pictures and videos there. So you have like front comparison, side comparison, other side comparison, back comparison. So you'll get all that. And if I can, and I know there's a way of doing it, I'm just not the most technical guy in the world. There's a way for me to get my videos, or the little short videos, or the pictures that I took, and get them to go like come on a screen like day 1, day 2, day 3, so you can kind of see it like shuffling cards, or you knock one card down, they will fall down, so you start to see one after the other in quick succession. If there's a way that I can do that, and it's not a gigantic pain in the ass, then I'll do that as well, just to let you know. What meal broke my fast? Well, I'm going to answer your question. But I took pictures off of it as well, Luke. So you'll get a picture of my first meal. Was oatmeal with a little bit of jam and some raisins. We took some pictures of it before I ate it, and when I ate it, and the Hypnopixie took a little movie of me eating, taking the first bite of my first meal. Second meal. So it was the best oatmeal. I've got to tell you, it's the fucking best oatmeal I ever tasted in my life. And I know anything was going to taste amazing after 30 days, but this tasted extra super amazing. Then I had a Caesar salad as prepared by the Hypnopixie, and it was the greatest Caesar salad of all time. It surely does the greatest Caesar salad of all time. But this was the extra greatest Caesar salad of all time. And I felt myself closing my eyes when I was chewing. And, I don't know about you, Luke, and other people watching this, but I've been known to eat food too quickly most of the time. So actually closing my eyes and actually tasting the flavors, listening to the crunch, differentiating between the different flavors in the salad or the oatmeal, it's good. Not only is it good, and how I learned to do that is for the last 30 days, I've been on YouTube and vicariously watching these people, these other YouTubers, like the Beard Meets Food and Gary Eats, I think's his name, And when he's eating the food, he starts to describe, you know, the sensations and the taste. So by osmosis, he was kind of helping me out in the early days of getting through this. So when I started to eat yesterday, I was really in the moment of eating the food, really savoring it, enjoying it, and maybe for the first time ever, really like separating the tastes out, you know, which is really good feeling. But I'm going to show some pictures and a tiny movie of that at the end of the week. What else? That's the best part of it. Conscious eating, exactly. No Pixie says she should watch Greeno. Yeah, some other YouTuber. Anyways, what else? So much to tell you. So much to tell you. I'll tell you one thing that was very interesting is that the night. So I broke the fast yesterday, which was Tuesday. But on Monday morning, Tuesday morning, excuse me, Monday night, I had a dream. Hallelujah, I had a dream. No, I had a dream, and this dream was one of the most realistic dreams I ever had. And it was a terrible dream. And the dream was and it was real. The dream was I was back in England. I was at my mum's house. My sister was in it, but I couldn't see her. And I started eating food because I'd broken my fast. And I was eating healthy, but I started eating the food in the dream. And as I'm eating the food in the dream, the morning before I'm going to break the fast in real life, I say to myself, hold on, I ain't done 30 days. Why am I eating? And then I realized in my dream that I'd forgot that I was doing this fast. It's a dream. And I'd broken it on day 28, which is still impressive, which was still a week longer than last year, which was my default if I couldn't do 30 days. But I was so incredibly disappointed. I was like, how could I be so fucking stupid as to forget I was on a fast and I'm breaking it 2 days early? And I woke up and I was really upset because I thought I broke the fast 2 days early. And I'm like, oh, am I going to have to come online and do these lives and lie to people? I can't lie to people, but how can I have been so, it wasn't even that I was weak and I broke it. I was just stupid and I broke it. Like, stupid. Like, and then after about 5 minutes, I realized it was just a dream. I had about 10 hours left. I'd gone past 28 days and I just had to last 10 days. I was like, oh, I could breathe, but it was a horrible nightmare. Like, there's no way I'm doing another 30 days right now. But I can never say I achieved 30 days because I ain't doing it again for a long time. And but thankfully I woke up after about 5 minutes. I got it and I completed yesterday. How was my sleep overall? Did I notice it changed after the fast? Sleep has been like I said last time, Luke. My sleep's been pretty good this fast. It hasn't been markedly worse than if I wasn't fasting, and it's certainly been increased over every other fast from 3 to 4 to 5 to 7 to 10 to 14 to the 21-day fast I've done before. My sleep was shit. So the quality of sleep I had in the 30-day fast, this one, was better than every other fast I've ever done, and only slightly worse, well, maybe 10-15% worse than my normal everyday sleep, because I was waking up about 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so that's what was going on with that. Just going to check on the old Facebook, see what's going on. Yeah, if anyone else is watching, please put comments below as I share with you the results and learnings, findings, understandings about this thing called the 30-day fast. So Luke and everyone else, I'm Hypnopixie and everyone else is watching. I woke up this morning and I've never felt my body more at peace. I'm not saying my mind was at peace, but I've never felt my body so at peace before in my life. And I'm only using the word peace for want of a better word. I'd use a stronger word if I could, but I can't find the thesaurus around. But it wasn't like I just had a massage. It was more than that. It was deeper than I just had the world's best massage. It was deeper than if I had the world's best sleep, because my sleep was okay yesterday. It was nothing to write home about. But my body, when I woke up, just felt like it was at peace, for the first time. And that's the only way I can put that into words. I don't know if my central nervous system had been down-regulated, but my body just fell at peace. I'd never felt that before. That's what I felt when I woke up. Again, not my mind. My mind wasn't quiet, but it was my body, which was quite odd, but what a beautiful feeling at the same time when I woke up this morning. Yeah. What else do I need to tell you? I will tell you something funny. It'll be extreme though. Is when I woke up yesterday, I had no intention of extending the fast past 30 days. However, I did have a voice inside my head that when I woke up yesterday on the last day being, man, this has been fucking tough. But I've got another 7 to 10 days in me. So if I'd extended it, and I didn't want to, but I know that I have another 7 to 10 days. So if I'd gone to 40, I think I could have done 40 days. Yeah, and I didn't want to. And my mind had to be somewhere else, and I've got other things planned. It was 30 days was the maximum, but I believe I could have done 40. But then if I did 40, I'd have to do 41 to beat JC, right? Jesus Christ. And then I'm like, if I did 41, it's very close to 44, and 44 is what Blaine did. So if I did 45, that would beat Blaine. So yeah. But I think, as I've mentioned, I want to go into retirement from this. I don't mean a 1-day fast or a 36-hour fast. That's all fine and dandy. For me, that's quite, not to be arrogant or anything, but I think I've earned the badge to say this now. That's kind of simple for me now. Yeah, that's not a real challenge for me. And I think it's helpful and useful for me to do it. One thing I will tell you is, I spend a shitload of money on vitamins every month. I ain't kidding. I spent about $350 a month on supplements, right? On all kinds of vitamins and minerals, because I want to be healthy and all that good stuff. After about a week on this fast, my stomach just, it weren't doing so well when I was consuming capsules or vitamins. So I stopped it. I stopped taking the vitamins and minerals. Well, I mean, I stopped taking 95% of the stuff that I take. And again, I spent a lot of bloody money on vitamins. And honestly, not only did it make my stomach better, I don't feel it hurt my performance in any way, shape, or form. I mean, came off all the vitamins, all the minerals, all those little, legal aids, if you will. And it didn't hurt me at all. If anything, it made my stomach better. And then it made me question like my bloody ridiculous astronomical supplement bill every month. Cut that right in half now, if not even more, because I realized I don't need almost any of that stuff, because I lasted without food and pretty much lived my normal life. I was training, I was seeing clients, I was marketing. The only thing I weren't doing is I weren't going to my MMA class. But saying that, a couple of days before I finished, I woke up and I said, you know what? I think I could have done my MMA doing this. I mean, did I want to spar with guys and roll with guys full out? No, that wouldn't have been smart. But as far as going into class and doing some drills with jiu-jitsu or some pad drills, maybe some light sparring, if I'm honest now, I could have done it. I don't know if I would have been doing it 10 times a week like I normally do, because some days I double up. Yeah, you know what? I could have even done most of my MMA, if I'm being honest now, looking back on it. So in reality, and it is better to do stuff on the fast. I thought, manage the energy all the time, and that's important. But in all honesty, the more activities that I did, as long as I was sensible and wasn't around jerks, the better the days went, the faster they went. And I think I could have done my MMA. So in reality, you could not eat for 30 days, and I wasn't really that fat to start off with, and live quite a normal life. And you have to be cognizant of, your environment and people you're around. Yeah, you have to be smart. But I pretty much can do anything, and most people can, I'm sure, that you would do if you were eating, which was surprising to me. What are they saying? Luke says you get a sense of disappointment because you didn't keep going. I'll tell you about that, Luke. No, I weren't disappointed because here's my goal, right? Anything I had a break safe, if that's the word I'm looking for, a fail safe. And my fail safe is I didn't know I was going to do 30 days. I wanted to do 30 days, but in all honesty, I had no bloody idea how to do it. It scared me. I thought the likelihood of failure was incredibly high. And I didn't know I could do it. I did, but every day was another challenge, right? So the goal was always just to add a week, which would have been 28, from 21 to 28 days. So I added, so the goal was 28 days originally because it was a week. But then I was like, so close to 30, why don't I just add a couple more? But adding 9 days on, I don't know what percentage that is after 21, but that's a big percentage. What's that, 33%? If I started off on 20 days, and anyway, it's about 30% or something. And that's a big amount of days, chunk of time to add on. So originally it was 28 days. If I just got to 22 days, which was 1 day better than last year, I would have counted that as a success. But then the ultimate goal became 30 days. So I was happy to do 30 days. But to answer your question a bit more, did I feel upset? Today, so it's about 24 hours since I broke the fast, I started to mourn the fast a little bit. I'm not shitting you. I actually started to mourn the fast and not being on it today. Now, I'm very grateful that I'm eating. It's very enjoyable what I've eaten so far. But there's a part of me that was mourning the fast today. And I was sad. Talk to the Hypnopixie about it a little bit. I was sad. I was sad that I was not fasting, and it's very real. And then within an hour I said to myself, it's just because you've eaten today, you've probably eaten a little too much. Just stop eating for a while and then start eating again later on or tomorrow. And as soon as I said that to myself, the morning went away. I think I just perhaps was over consuming food a little bit today, and I'm okay. I'm okay. I mean, I'm not eating junk. I'm not eating out, anything like that. But I've eaten, and my stomach's good. It's doing very good. But perhaps going from nothing to eating however much I ate today, perhaps was too much. So I just said, hey, just like stop eating now. You've had a nice amount of food, and I eat a bit later. I'll eat tomorrow. And as soon as I did that, the morning went away. True story. All right, let's have a look more at some comments. Again, if you're around, if you're watching, leave your comments below and I'm going to answer them right now about fasting, 30 days fasting, any questions you've got. What does Luke say here? Yeah, food, it's still cheaper. Shoe, the supplements and food. My food bill every month is bloody expensive as well. So I think the amount of money that I didn't spend on food for the last month is the money I used to buy all the Hypnopixie's Christmas gifts, and they were a decent amount of money. So so that's how much money I spend a month on bloody. I'm not even talking about eating out. I mean going to Loblaws. My groceries are bloody a huge amount as well. So the amount I saved on that, I ended up buying all the Hypnopixie's Christmas gifts with that. That's how much money that I spend on bloody groceries every month. What does Luke say here? Did you notice a difference working with clients on the fast? Kind of. So what I noticed, Luke, and do I tell you this a little bit later on, or do I tell you now? I'll go into it a little bit later on, but some weird things in a good way. Some weird things in a good way have started to happen over the last few days, and it started with me crying. I'll tell you about it in a minute. So I'll come back and I'll tie that together. But yeah, I've noticed some really weird stuff, like beautiful, like powerful, bloody stuff over the last 3 or 4 days. But I'll bring that back up in a minute to tie a bow around that to make that sense. All right. Still, what else? Monday Clarity, 6 cents. Oh, never heard that before. Monday Clarity, 6 cents. Mind, not Monday. Mind Clarity, 6 cents. Yep. Yeah, I never thought about the sixth sense, but I'll give you an example. Without naming his name, I have a mentor, and he was the first guy that trained me in hypnosis 25 years ago, back home, back in England. And I reconnected with him to go to learn my Huna stuff the last couple of years. Long story short, anyway, this guy never comments on any of my posts. And that's okay. He just doesn't. I don't know why. He's never, ever commented on one of my posts, ever. I think it was Saturday night. He comes into my head, and I'm thinking about what he would say about this. And what he was, and that he would be against it. I don't know why. It just came out of nowhere, and I just rolled what out of energetically out of the ether. So I'm like, okay, it's interesting. Let's explore this. I'm like, okay, I imagine that he wouldn't like it, didn't know, and would be against it, and his beliefs would be something else. Anyway, I'm making the whole thing up in my head. None of it's real. Never commented on anything of my stuff ever. The next morning, I wake up and I open up my Facebook, and he's commented. And it's a lovely comment. It's a nice comment. It's an affirmative comment. It's a positive comment. Never, ever commented on anything ever. There was no other days of the fast that he'd commented on anything ever. That night comes in, boo, boo, next morning, bang, first comment I see. I'm like, oh, that's a bit weird, but good. Today, I've got my phone open, and I'm just about to, I need to get a client's email address to send them something. And a client's name comes up who I haven't seen for a couple of months. I was just, I wonder how he's doing. I haven't spoken to him for months. I kid you not. 1 minute later, I open up my email. He has emailed me, says, oh, Luke, sorry I haven't got in touch with you recently. I'm going to get my last session with you in January, if that's all right. 1 minute ago, I thought of him. It's not a guy that I'm thinking about a lot. Don't think about men a lot in general. But he was just there as I was like trying to ascertain someone else's contact details. 1 minute later, he emails me. It's like, whoa, like weird. There was something else that happened as well. Oh, it escapes me now. I'm sure it'll come back when I finish this fast. Something else, and it just came to me. Whoa, and then it happened. Like automatic, it just created, and it was beautiful. And part of me, is trying to deconstruct it, find what's going on. But then, as I say with the HypnoPixie, it's like some of this stuff I don't understand. A lot of the stuff that I do, like I can't take my phone now because I'm using the camera, but I can punch in a bunch of letters in my keyboard on my phone, and it sends a message from my phone to hers, and she can read it and respond. And I've been doing this for 25 years on the phone. Most of us have. It's called texting. I have no bloody idea how these words get from my phone to her phone or to anyone's phone. I do it every day, multiple times a day. I have no idea how it happens. It just happens, and I stop questioning it. And it's the same with this stuff. And the same with the stuff that I do with people, the Huna, with the healing, the shamanism, is, yeah, I can make it make sense, and maybe I have a theory as to how some of it works, but in reality, I don't need to know how it works. And sometimes that can ruin it. I just allow it to flow through me. And the more I allow it to flow through me and realize it's more than me, the more powerful it becomes. Yeah. So that's kind of been my work. And then we're told December's not a good month, small business owners or for therapists, change workers, or business, unless you'll sell it retail, right? Retail's good for December. But for the kind of this profession, we're told it's not particularly good. Take December off, because people are like spending money on Christmas stuff, right? Not spending it on therapy and change. It's a bad month for us. And it was a bad month. It was a bad month for me. Then all of a sudden, within the last 5 days, I made more money this month than all but 1 or 2 months this whole year. And if I look back, and I can't because it's on my phone, because I'm using the camera, as I said, but if I look back historically over the last 6 or 7 years for Decembers of revenue, this is probably in the top 3. And this only changed 3 days ago. 3 days ago, it sucked. And then suddenly, from out of nowhere, like an RKO, all these people have found me. And it's not about fasting, because they ain't coming to me for fasting or weight loss, not one of them. It's just, yes, it's almost like there's a different channel, like a different channel that's been opened up. And this stuff is, this stuff's coming to me. And I want to know why, but I also don't want to destroy the magic. So I'm trying to get that balance. So yeah, that's really bloody powerful stuff. Yeah, so I said last time, you know, like I don't see myself, if I ever do a long fast again, I don't see myself doing it for another 5 years. And if I do, I have to do longer than this one. So like 40 or 45. But I realized part of the morning as well of stopping the fast. Well, I didn't stop it. I ended it. I didn't end it. I finished. No, I didn't end it. I didn't stop it. That sounds like I fouled it. I finished the story. The story was 30 days. I finished the story. That's why I put the hashtag. Finished the story. I finished the story. Maybe I'll finish a longer story at some point in the future. But I tell you one thing that I think I did miss is when you do a long fast, nothing else matters. Nothing. And I'm not saying I'm sitting on my ass doing nothing. So I'm telling you, I'm working out. I'm going for my walks most days. I'm working with people. I'm marketing. I'm creating. I'm doing good work with people. It's not like I'm stopping any of that. Like I said, the only thing I weren't doing was my MMA, which I think I can now, to be honest, but just not at the same level. Lost my train of thought. It's annoying when that happens, isn't it? I'm sure it will come back to me. Oh yeah, but the single-minded focus of the only thing I really need to do today is not eat. And all the other noise of everything else that I still do doesn't matter, because the one objective, the one purpose, the one driving factor is I just got to make it till tomorrow. And the vehicle of doing that is by not eating. And it does make life a lot clearer. It does really make life a lot, certainly for me. I know people talk about clarity and stuff, and I weren't getting that. But now I look back at it, and by doing these lives and by vocalizing the stuff in my head, perhaps for the first time, having that one sole purpose, that one directive, I'm going to miss that. I am going to miss that. I mean, you know, as I said, I don't sugarcoat this, pun intended, these fasts. Fucking hard. They're suffering. They're a challenge. But I wasn't nearly as miserable or as irritated as I have been in past years. My level of irritability was probably on par with normal life. Now I'm quite irritable in normal life, to be fair. But I don't think my my fasting made me, the very previous years, yes, more irritable and more unpleasant to be around, I'm sure. But this year, with an exception of 1 or 2 moments, but they were not long, I think this is the most balanced I've ever been emotionally. And it's the longest one. Because you kind of, well, I'm talking for myself, right? I just lean into it. I lean into the suffering. And I lean into the deprivation. Yeah. So it's as much suffering as it is, and it is suffering, make no mistake about it. There is a beauty in it. There really is a beauty. But I want to share a breakthrough that I talked about earlier on. So I think it's the day before, like I think it might have been Monday, Monday. I think night before, day before I broke the fast, and I'm not sleeping, but it's about 6 p.m. I just go lie on my bed for a little bit, and tears start to come out, but it ain't tears of suffering like, oh poor me, oh this is so tough, oh it ain't that. I ain't feeling bad, but these tears come out of me. I'm a curious guy, right? Like, what's this all about? And something similar happened my last fast to 21 days. But it happened a few days in. This happened like on day 28. And this was a lot longer. And I started to cry. And the reason I started to cry to myself was I got it. For the first time in my life, I got it. And I don't mean I got it. I mean, I got it. And it's a little difficult to put this into words, so I'll do my best. People who know me have maybe heard me talk about the darkness from time to time. And without bringing out violins and whatever, I've gone through a lot. Even through my whole life. Healed a lot of this stuff. And there's still stuff that lingers. A lot of stuff came up for me on this fast that I thought was dealt with, but it wasn't. And the darkness for me, I would use as a term of, an all-encompassing, crushing feeling. For some people, it's addiction. For some people, it's suicide. For some people, it's death, loss, grief, hopelessness, that awe-inspiring thing that just sucks you, but not in a good way, and sucks the life force out of you, just the darkness. I talked about it before. And then I thought back to every time in my life, because I've, left home when I was 16, 17, and I had a lot of people I love passed away through one means or another. A lot of other people chose to leave my life voluntarily. I had a lot of losses in my life, a lot of rejection, struggled, felt alone so much of my life. And had to find a way to survive and get through to the next day. From a little boy, I knew no one was coming to save me. I remember having that feeling of like when I was 6 or 7, realizing that nobody was coming to save me. And I had nobody. And I had to find a way at like 6 or 7 to get through this thing called life. So all these moments that I'd got through tremendously dark periods of my life, including suicide and loss and grief and breakup and heartache and rejection and hopelessness, they all start playing in my mind and they come up, right? Like it's real to me, I'm feeling it. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, how did I get, and I always thought, how did I get through all of this stuff? Because I didn't have anyone helping me. I didn't have anyone that believed in me. I didn't have any mentors really until I got older and paid people to train me. But this was starting when I was 7. And I look back, I'm like, how did I get through all of this stuff? And I'm not a religious guy. And if you are religious, all more power to you, right? Not a religious guy. I used to think I was an atheist. But I don't think that's quite true either, because I believe that there's something. So I guess agnostic, we're going to put it into words. But as I'm crying and as I'm going through these memories and as I'm trying to say what has been the force that's gotten me through everything, I used to just think it was some determination. Then I upgraded it to just an incredible self-belief. Then I looked at this thing called the darkness. And like, it wasn't me that got me through any of this. Yes, I was the only one there on my side. There's no other humans helping me. But it wasn't me that got me through this. And without divulging too much for specific reasons, my higher self is kind of big and he's dark. And if you didn't know who he was, you'd be scared of him. But he's my higher self. It's beautiful. It's me at my best, me at my greatest. Now, if you look at him, you just think he's some badass, and he's scary, and he's dark, and he's massive and intimidating. You think you're going to bust up your head. But and he can. But he's my higher self. And he's dark, and he's black. It's a big cloaked figure that's huge. Why do I always use that word, the darkness, to describe these challenges? And I thought the darkness was the thing I was scared of, that was running away, that was the all-encompassing thing that was going to destroy me. And I realized, no, the darkness was my higher self. He was there all of the time, in every situation, and got me through everything, because it weren't me, certainly weren't anyone else that got me through it. It was some force, and I've struggled for years to find the words. It was my higher self, was the darkness, and I was scared of it. But the darkness wasn't the scary thing. It was the ever-present thing that was keeping me alive through every bad thing that had ever happened. It had been the one consistent that got me through when I had no friends, no home, no money, try to kill myself, grief, being alone. It was my higher self that was there every time, was the force that got me through every situation all of the time. And in that moment, when I got that, it felt like this struggle inside me had stopped. Because it didn't matter what I'm going to do cognitively or the subconscious mind. It wasn't going to fix me or anyone else, or heal me or heal anyone else. It never has. It was my higher self. And I didn't have to ask my higher self to come and save me, because it was already there. It's already there. It's already always been there all of the time. From year 0 all the way up to now. And in that moment, I realized I wasn't alone anymore. And in that moment, I realized I was healed. But it didn't take 10 years of therapy. Tried that, by the way. It doesn't work too well. Didn't take a 7-hour breakthrough session. I just needed to not eat, be deprecated for a while, come up against the proverbial brick wall, a massive challenge that I created for me, and a bit of silence, for me to get this lesson. So no matter what I go through, no matter what I'll do, my higher self is always there all of the time, because he's always been there all of the time, saving my ass all of the time, every day. every situation. I didn't have to ask him to be there. I didn't have to ask him to heal me. He was always there. And he's always there. And he's always going to be there. It's all this stress and pressure about me having to fix this in me or fix. I don't have to. My higher self will do it. It's already done it. There's no pressure on me. And when I went with my clients, and I was kind of getting there a little bit, to be honest, with my clients, but now, and I say this with love and respect, there's no pressure on me to fix my clients or to heal them. I tell them that. I'm like, I pay all this money, but I hate to break the news to you, but I can't heal you. But neither can you consciously. But, you know, I know someone that can help you. And then honestly, people want to, you know, hypnotists, change workers, we all want to learn the next skill, the next technique, right? You know, we all do it, all guilty of it. Spent hundreds of grand traveling the world learning the next technique. And now, and it's become clearer, but I was already on this path in this way. There's no pressure on me to fix people because I just get my higher self or their higher self to have a conversation to get my client to be healed from whatever their thing is. And there's no, I've got to make it happen. I've got to perform like a little performing monkey. Otherwise, it looks bad on me. I'm bad in my business. And I haven't delivered to my client. No. There's no pressure on me because I'm not doing it. I didn't heal me. If I didn't heal me, and I've been with me for 45 years, if I didn't save me, and I've been with myself for 45 years, and no other human did, shout out, notable exception to the Hypno Pixie. It was my higher self. And it was such a powerful moment for me. I got it. This piece that I'd been missing for so many years. I got it. And I don't mean I got it here. I mean, I got it here. And I didn't just get it in relation to helping clients. I got it about helping me. And I needed to create 30 days of this limited distraction with a major challenge, with a little window of silence to fully get the message come through live and clear. And yeah, that's what happened to me the day before the end of the fast. Yeah, so that was, I didn't think that was going to happen. In fact, I was kind of rubbish in the idea of having a spiritual breakthrough on this thing, to be honest, if you watch some of these other lives. And boy, was I wrong about that. And I'm happy to be wrong about that. Yeah, so if you're watching, you got any more questions about the fast or anything else, please feel free to put some comments below. Just going to check on your comments. See who's watching, see who's listening before we wrap up. Oh no. Is the Instagram not still running? Hey, if you're on Instagram. Oh, there we go. All right. All those Instagram messages. Oh, if you just message me on Instagram, all those messages like didn't come up. Now I'm seeing about 10 messages. All right. Beautiful. All right. What were some of the messages on the Instagram? Not the same, at least. How am I doing for sugar cravings? Luke says sugar cravings. All right. I had some carbs, a little bit of carbs yesterday. I had some more carbs today. I haven't eat junk food. I've got like hundreds of dollars worth of British candy that I imported from England for Christmas, and they're like right next to me. I haven't eaten one. I don't even have any desire to eat one right now. I will, next week. But right now, yeah, sugar's. I mean, a little bit of carbs is fine, but I don't have sugar craving. I used to be a big sugar guy, but last year after the 21 days, I became more savoury. I'm big into metaphysics, says Luke. Did not expect that answer. I hear you. I think you're doing a 40-day. Yeah, Luke, the Hypnopixie would not be happy if I did 40 days. I might have to go somewhere else to do 40 days. It's the food, losing your train of thought. You are a real angel, the Hypnopixie. Sure, your partner tell you the truth. Tears, buried emotions deep inside the body, escaping. What sucks in a good way, I have no clue. Shadow work. Instagram works. Cool. Yeah. All right. That's good. Sorry, I didn't. All those messages you guys just sent me, they just came through literally in one shot right there. So sorry I didn't respond to those. Yeah. So overall, I'd say that this fast was pretty successful. Happy that it's done. Mourned it a little bit. I think it's just like I say, because I ate too much. I will probably gain 20 pounds, I reckon, over Christmas. But I'll still be down 12 pounds from when I started. That's my guesstimate. Probably gain, because a lot of water, a lot of carbs, glycogen not being in my body. I'll probably gain 20 pounds, but I'll still be down 12 pounds, which would still be pretty good. Yeah. Oh, so our lives coming in January. It'll be that first week in January. Is Wednesday the 1st? Is that all right? So either the 1st of January or the 8th of January will be our first live. I'm not sure if I'll do one on New Year's Day. If not, it'll be the 8th. And we'll still talk all things hypnosis and any other questions you want to ask about hypnosis and metaphysics and shamanism and NLP and coaching and all that good stuff. And they're going to be a focus on smoking, stopping smoking, in fact, will be one of the main topic for January, will be stopping smoking. But again, even if you don't smoke, we're going to be having a lot of these discussions, because even though we're talking about fasting, we somehow get into a whole story about bloody shadows and higher angels and higher selves and all of that stuff, so who knows where these conversations go. But yeah, smoking will be our focus in January, and we'll be starting off either the 1st, but I do realize it's the 1st, so it might actually be the 8th that we start up. Stay tuned for the rest of the photos. I think we got day 28, 29, 30 coming up, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I should edit something together for the beginning and end pictures, so you can see them back to back, the changes. Yeah, I guess that's it. So I'll give you another few minutes. If anyone's got any more questions, excuse me, about fasting, about spiritual connections, feel free to ask them. Now, if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to leave some comments, and I will do my bestest to respond to your comments. If they're smart, if you generally want to learn, if you're a troll, I'll just cut a promo on you, make you look about this small, then I'll ban you off my page. I get a lot more views on these little videos, and it was never my people like comment, oh, you're just doing this for views and business. I'm like, I don't sell fasting. I don't train people how to fast. Bit of a shit business model. Yeah, here's the fasting. Here's how I can coach you. Just don't eat for 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 14, 21, 30 days. It's not really a good model. I ain't here selling fasting. I ain't here telling you to fast. I'm just telling you what I did and what my experience was. And that's all I'm doing about it. One guy accused it of being fake the other day. I'm like, if of all the things I could fake and you could fake online, isn't like fasting a pretty lame thing? If I'm going to make something up, I'm going to make up something a lot more exciting sounding than fasting. I'm like, and if I did make it up, what about these like 30 days of these micro changes? Not huge changes, micro changes day to day. Like, what kind of CGI am I doing on those to fake it? But some people are dumb. And some people, 30 days, you can't do that. It's not possible. Well, yeah, it is. But is it hard? Yeah, but most people could do it. Most people will never fast for 30 days, even if they wanted to do, because they're weak and they're lame and they don't have intestinal fortitude. But they absolutely could. Could nothing make me special other than I'm crazy. And if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. But it's not like I'm created differently in that I'm born with like an extra thumb that allows me to be able to do it. It's just, I make a decision and I do it. But yeah, some of these people out there. But, it is what it is. Thanks, Luke. Congratulations. Enjoy the holidays. Peace out. Thanks, Luke. Thanks for all your support. If you're still watching, Luke, I really do appreciate your support. You've been really helpful, and you've helped me through this with, your messages and stuff. So I want you to know, brother, that I've really appreciated your support. It's actually meant a lot to me. There's been a few people out there that have watched these lives or they've commented daily. Another one is Deb on the Deborah from Australia, but she lives in Tennessee, from Mahuna course, and she's been someone else who's been really, really supportive. And that means a lot, actually. Actually meant a lot. So thank you to you guys. If I'm missing anyone else out that's commented a lot, everyone who's commented has been positive. It has really helped. It has really helped me. And it actually meant a lot, and it warmed my heart. So I really appreciate those people out there. So that being said, folks, gonna wrap it up. Happy Christmas, as we say in England. Merry Christmas, as you say here. Happy Hanukkah, if you celebrate that, to my Jewish friends. Whatever your holiday is, if you enjoy it, great. Go out and do something. Have some fun. We'll be back on either January 1st or January 8th, the first or second Wednesday of this January, on all forms of social media. And we'll be talking all things hypnosis with a focus on helping people stop smoking and all of that business. But as you know, these conversations can go out anywhere. That being said, see you in about 2 weeks. Same Luke time, same Luke place, same Luke channel. Always believe.